I know you can hear the mouse clicking. Just give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Huh. All right, what's up, my good people? It is your girl Mitch Gaming, and we are officially live tonight for the Kenya Pubg Mobile League game Season 8. We are in the second week of the league. Kwanza nimefika kwa nyumba nikikimbia. Let's discuss that. But anyway, guys, welcome to the live stream. It is nice to have you guys on board with me tonight. Of course, you're expecting some good amount of action. You know, hapa na pale, I know some people will battle it out vibaya tena sana any chance they get. So I'm going to be making sure that I show you guys all the battle that happens tonight. For those who do not know, we're not starting with Group A. We're going to be starting with Group B. And then for tomorrow, we'll be having Group A. So let's have a quick look at the teams that will be participating tonight when it comes to Group B. And we'll be having, why is it? Okay. So we'll be having the teams from Night Raids. We'll be having Only Ones, YCEE Esports, Valhalla Esports, Vicious Bros, Dark Tempers, YCEE Esports, Slay League Ladies, Night Guardians, YCEE Esports, Got Talent, 7 Deadly Scenes, 01 Ops, Assassinators, SG Warriors, Road to Win, L3G Esports, Gremlins 9, CZY Esports, The Exotics, and 3F Esports. You might have noticed that some teams, you have seen them previously in Group A, and now they are in Group B because there was some kind of rotation that was done where we had the teams that were in the top 7 from Group B last week. They were taken to Group A, and then the bottom teams from Group A, that is the bottom 7 from Group A, were brought down to Group B. So that's why there is a little bit of a change in the teams that are participating. So let's see how this turns out. Let's see how the pressure is going to be. We had teams like BPX, Rush, we had Supreme 7, all these teams, they actually did a really, really good job. And now the time has come for them to will now team up with Group A, and let's see how the battle is going to be done. Looking at the map rotations, we'll be having Game 1 as Sanhok, Game 2 Erangel, Game 3 Miramar, and then Game 4 we'll be having Erangel again. So of course the action will be literally everywhere around the game. So let's see how it's gonna play out, because to be honest, I know there's going to be some battle around Miramar, probably because Miramar is where most people tend to engage in a lot of battle, and then we'll come down to Erangel. Probably will be having more battle on that side as well. It seems like my webcam is going off. Not what webcam, my light. I don't know what's happening. It doesn't want to focus. It's fine. I'll fix it. So yes, so those are the teams that are going to be participating. That is the rotation we'll be having tonight. So let's just have a quick look at the teams that are already in the lobby, and then we'll be continuing the little chat here. And of course, if you're here, thank you so much for making it to the live stream. Make sure you're liking the live. Like. Share the live stream link, of course, to every PUBG Mobile community you're in. And then subscribe to my channel if you're yet to, because tonight there's going to be a lot of action. And your girl, Mitch Gaming, will be bringing it live to you tonight. So let's go ahead and check in the game and see which teams are already in game. All right, sawa. Let me now check on the stream and then see how many people are here already. Hi, Dark Devil, how are you? Jamal, as usual. I mean, Jamal, thank you so much for always being here. I really appreciate you a lot being just there moderating. Excuse me, and it really is nice to have someone there doing that for me. I really appreciate you. Paul the gamer tukuweke. Unfortunately for these games, people have already registered, so huwezi ingia since it's already an ongoing league. And then who else? Ivansky, umekuja ali sana, another moderator in the game. Thank you for being here. Umechelewa man. Jamal alifika hapa kitambo hadi akapanguza viti. Sasa anangojea wase waingie game. Code Zeno tumeanza. So let's see how this plays. Rush Black says L3G for number 1 today. Wacha tutaona vile kutaenda. But hi SL Tyrone, how you doing? Jamal, big fan. I'm also big up to you. Thank you. Baki Hanma. You make sure sound leo iko fine cause leo napiga kelele vibaya sana. Mi bado nikomboka, hata imebidi niingia vile inafaa, fuga vile inafaa. Nakwambia ile kuhydrate, nimehydrate for you guys today. Nikianza kuongea mtaamini. But yes, if you're already here in the live stream, do the necessary, guys. Like. Make sure you are liking the live stream. Share the live stream link if you're yet to. And then go ahead and hit that sub button. Turn on the notification bell. And then, yes, we'll see how this plays out for you. Nitengeneze mic? Confirm. Sawa, sijui if it's still static. Man, nikwambia hizi vitu zilisha chapa. But I thank God they're still working. So let's have a quick look at the flight path coming from Camp Bravo all the way to Nakan. We have a couple of teams that we are familiar with. We have the Night Raids here, of course. Bushido, Kong, Hatariman, Icon in the same team. So Sanhok basically is usually a small map, but in every league, we know how Sanhok happens. You know how people, they come, they start engaging in early fights. People are taken back slowly too early in the game. So let's see how this is going to be happening in Group B. What's good, Charles? Chunky, how you doing? I hope you're Miss Shanky. Oh, I think I've remembered your name. But yeah, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Of course, everyone else is here. Karibuni sana kwenye live. It is a girl Mitch Gaming, and these are the Kenya Pubg Mobile League games. We are in Season 8. This is the second week of the league. Of course, day 1. Tomorrow we'll be having day 2, where we'll be having the Group A teams playing. So leo wacha tuone Group B, watu watacheza aje, kama kuna wale wanoma. Everyone is putting their bet on L3G. Because Ilobi apparently inafaa kwa rahisi kwao. Lakini don't forget teams like GT, they have really improved. They're doing a really good job. Pale skills pia siko ubaya. What? My old phone is doing wonders on the screen. But yeah. So we have also the YCEE, another team that is really good. Wale wanasema mambo ya L3G, mnasahau kuna C9. Wacha tuone C9 ama ni GT. We also have the SL ladies. Last time sikuwa feature sana, so now I'm gonna be featuring them a lot. And it seems like they have landed the same place as the players on GT. So wacha tuone kama GT will be able to eliminate the ladies, or the ladies will be the ones to eliminate GT this time round. Let's go and check on Camp Bravo. We have the NG, the Night Guardians. Probably gonna be Guardianers tonight here in Sanhok. Let's just see how they're going to be taking on the fights tonight. We also have Dark Tempers, another really good team. So pia hao kidogo tutaona vile wata perform. We'll see how they'll be faring on, and probably how they're going to be, well, doing their game. But yeah, mnasema tuachane na L3G. Sina mengi ya kusema kwa sasa, sina ya kusema, but you know what, let's see how it's going to be playing out. So of course, night raids, everyone has landed a little bit far from everyone else. You have War Esports in the building as well. You have Feroz, Bile, Idol. They seem to be getting into a fight already. SG Warriors wanting to take on War. This guy is basically hiding in a bush, and Feroz cannot knock him. Jamaa hana hata mti ya cover. Oh, let's go. Simba does get that knock, and we have the war player. They're going in for that push. Fast knock in, and one of the players from SG being down. That means the teammates will be passing by. Fast and furious. Simp might not be simping on his teammate because he basically just left there, but we have Simba. Has been taken back slowly. Warfaros is still down. Bile going in closer to the player from SG that went a little bit far. That is Simp. And I don't think your nade will be connecting anytime soon because of the distance there from where Simp is and where Bile is. The nade might just be having a very, very long... Oh, what? The nade actually almost made it there. So SG, one of the players there from SG has been taken back to lobby. So let's see what's going to be happening here because SG Simp is having a lot of pressure there from Bile. He's getting the mollies towards the side. War Esports having another knock on the players from SG Simp. You better start simping on these players. You better do your thing and take them out. You have to simp. War Esports now putting on the pressure, getting closer to these players. So acha tuone. Simp. Simp, you better simp. Okay? Hakuna mtu loyal kama simp. So he better start simping for his team, and then probably he'll be giving us a win on this fight against War Esports. So Feroz and his teammates, what they need to understand is they're going against a solo. Simp is just but one man army, and a nade goes in towards Feroz. That is Lando. That is get closer to Feroz. It does actually land there, but doesn't really get any damage happening on Feroz. Idol there running quite open. Simp needs to put the spray on balance. Oh, Feroz with the cover. Bro, what? Excuse me. So L3G, mdomo wako nayo gameplay hakuna. Hey! Wait. You don't want peace. What? So Idol basically was tapped on his helmet there while he was trying to heal up. So now one of the players being down. Oh, the SL ladies. Let's go, ladies. That's when you put up on the GT. It seems like the ladies are taking them down one by one. Tokyo getting another knock on Cena and Beta. And it seems like Kevo amesema, I don't want problems. Kevo just basically went away from that fight. YC as well taking on another fight. So ni kama watu wameamua take up battle. Kevo, sijui kama ni nini but hii imeenda. But let's go ahead and check on 3F Esports. We have Smasher being the only person standing together with his teammates today. They should probably figure out a strategy right now because apana. Watu wana sweat haga mzee. Hapa ile umai sweat haga wewe? That's that question. Kama hujai sweat haga sijui utaisikia wapi. But let's see what 3F will be up to. The YC players are really putting on a fight there. Junior getting closer. We can see someone getting damaged, and so they is down. That means only one person is going to be engaging in this fight. That's going to be Smasher. Fuga there in the comment section. Ali Semako job, but he's still joining the game. Probably that would have been a disadvantage because you can't play well when you're trying to work and also play. Hawezi multitask virahisi hivyo. It's usually a little bit tricky, but let's see how this plays out. So 3F Smasher waiting for the players from YC to get closer to him. I hope the mic has been fixed. I had the static there, so I'm really hoping that I fixed the mic there. But then the player from 3F there is actually cornered with the players from YC. And of course, you're going to be seeing what the player we left, one of the players there, Simp. Still in the game. I don't know. Oh, he was eliminated. Damn it. I don't know about 3F Smasher. Okay, for Lobby B, usually they take their time. They're less aggressive in terms of fight. They're crazy. Sijaka PC kwa moto. I'll be back. All right, Nimerudi. I hope that hasn't affected the game in any way. I hope I just log off, or rather, just let me switch this. Good, perfect. So the player there from PF trying to get away, but then the players from YC have decided kijana hakuna madi nena. So for Group B, honestly, kidogo, their fights are usually a little bit slow. They take their time before they do start to engage in any fight, or rather any intense fights. We have seen a player there jumping, I mean, from the hill there. I think that's something everyone knows. If you jump, you're just going to waste your chances there, and you're going to be eliminated just by falling from a very high ground. And we have CZY Esports. Yani, when I say my game here, L3G, we have CZY Esports in the game. We have Dark Tempers, we have G9, we have SL Ladies. We have a good amount of teams here that are really, really good in the game. So I'm going to ask you guys, so when you look at the teams here, which team do you think is going to be taking on the chicken dinner when it comes to game one? Very many promising teams in the game. They're taking their slow rotations there. The SL Ladies coming towards the safe zone, taking the grounds on boot camp. You have S7 player there, has already lost a couple of players from his side. He's the only person remaining. He's to get his, basically his game up right now, because he's going to be engaging in a fight. Honestly, I don't think he had planned for being a solo, but let's see how that plays out for him. So far, we have the YC players are still in the game. The VB Vicious Bros. Guys, what? I just remembered there's some teams that got no points from the last week's games. I don't know what happened there. I don't know how that happened or how they lost their fights, but honestly, I'm really hoping that they try get some points this game. Your game ya kwanza, where Papa makes you smile. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. As always, guys, make sure you're liking the live stream. Make sure you have subbed to the channel. Share the live stream link, and let's get to enjoy the Kenya Pubg Mobile League Games Season 8. I don't know what to say about Group B. Usually, like I said, very slow game from their side. So we'll have to wait quite some time before we can see any action happening. So before we do that, make sure you like. Tell me in the comment section, which team are you watching for? Group B is very unpredictable. We don't know what to expect from them. We don't know what people are going to be up to. But Gina, man. L3G, they seem to be engaging in a fight already. One of their teammates has been knocked down, Gardner. The man that gives the team the most hope, to be honest, because Gardner is a very slow player and he never engages when there is no need to. But her Fury, they're getting pushed by Aizen. DBS in the hand there. Might just be seen a pre-fire with the DBS. Fury does get the damage there on Aizen. A lot of cover from his teammates. And of course, GG's. He was just with a one-man army. And his teammates have been able to cover on L3G side, just to be able to give him enough cover not to be eliminated, and that's going to be Fury. But for Aizen, he was just but a solo, so that was expected to happen. Jamal amefanya nini? GT guy jumped waiting for the oh, by the way, I forgot there's that feature when you play the game on Aruka, unapatana na parachute. Damn it, I forgot about that. But let's see, CZ still in the game. There's a team coming behind CZ, Assassinators. Wally joined Kama, Willy, Hatem, and Assassin. So I hope they have a plan there, because being a duo, being a duo is not easy. But hapo ni ukweli, Jamala mwongea ukweli. Unaweza ruka, uthani ni classic, ungoje shoot itoke on your right side, uko to what? Hakuna kitu bwana. But then the YCEE Esports players are getting closer to the L3G. Finally some action from their side. Honestly, we need this action. We need to see the Group B players putting their best foot forward. They need to start moving closer to the other teams. They need to start engaging in fights. I need to see some action, because Apa Kidogo, they're taking their time. They're trying to strategize. That's fine. But is it going to be enough? L3G Ghana there does put one of the players that is idle. Does get a perfect spray. Gardner fast knock in on the YCEE Esports player Judas. Immediately Judeo kama kawaida atadandia tu hiyo, na make sure we take that player back to lobby. Warferos as well. Just seeing the fight happening here right in front of him. The sprays they are coming from Judas. Doesn't get the damage happening. Another L3G player tries to get the push here, but then the push doesn't really happen. Warferos needs to start thinking of a better strategy. We have a fast knock there. Judas is down. Fury as well does get a knock on Nako, taking him all the way back to lobby. Idol does get eliminated, and now Feroza going against the players of L3G, getting the Gardner coming from the back, getting the last player from YCEE Esports. That was an easy fight for L3G. Seeing how the players from YCEE Esports had basically split out through their game. I don't know how this happened. You guys have the chance to have 80 points, Leo. Ikiwapita, you done, guys. Man, the challenge was actually from the first game. You get 80 points, and no team did that. The only team that actually was close to getting the 80 points was Brutal Cycles. How amazing is that? So Brutal Cycles got 64 points last week from the games they played. And what's surprising, they started engaging the last two games. Excuse me. Night Raids, Dark Tempers in the building. There's Power trying to stop them from making it to the safe zone. Bushido has been spotted by Power, and of course Power is ready to risk it all just to make sure he gets eliminations on the players from Night Raids. He is not going to the safe zone. He needs these eliminations in the bag, and that's exactly what he's going to be going for. So I don't know, honestly, what his plan is right now, what he's thinking, what is in his mind. But he should probably... Oh, Dark Devil. Kume Dark Devil was watching from the background. But the zone is about to close in again. We're heading to the 4th phase of the zone. In less than a minute, they're going to be pushed again to move towards the safe zone. The 5th phase will be there. The zone will be quite damaging. And now finally 9 teams in the lobby. Now we can see some action. Sasa hakuna kujificha. SL ladies have said, we need these points. Ladies, mnalala tu. Skylar, unalala tu. Anika amejua na mwangalia. Yo mgina amenda. Oh, she's up. So YCEE Esports going in for that push. Tokyo getting the nade cooked up. Will it be a Kobe on YC Jr.? Doesn't get a Kobe on his side. But then again, YC Jr. needs to be careful because the ladies from SL are aware that YC is waiting for them. The players from YC now closing in. Jogo and his teammate Frank. They need to find something that is going to be happening on their side. And nade is getting cooked up from Jogo. Oh, nah, Jogo Rada. Rada, what is that? Your nade menda happy. But YC, looking at the players from SL. So the ladies need to start also being a little bit aggressive on the side for YC. Because YC, they are focusing on the ladies. And the ladies are now also coming towards them. Nades are coming towards YC. I think they're trying to nade inside the building. But the nades are getting a little bit too overcooked. And they're not getting anything happen there. We have Tokyo trying to get a nade on them as well. Doesn't get anything happening. Fast knock again. We have the players from YC. Fast knock on SL. Skylar quite low. Tokyo need to get the revive. She doesn't do that because the players are now closing in. The push might just be happening. Tokyo way to the S12K. YC Jr. going in for that push. And nade is getting cooked up. Is it going to be a Kobe on Tokyo? He stops cooking the nade. Why? Tokyo goes in again and the fast knock is in. SL Tokyo is down. YC players are now taking on the players from SL. They need to get a little bit of composure, ladies. We know how good you are in the game. Just get the composure. We just need the composure. And now Jago goes in for the push there with his teammates. The ladies are waiting patiently for someone to get closer to them. Coming from the back. Kyra waiting on this chance. S12K in the hand. As soon as you enter this place. But then again, they need to know that one nade is enough to get a Kobe. What? Goja. Are these two people in here? Hey! SL, the DBSs, and the S12K, they're waiting for that push to happen. They finally go out fast. Not in SL, Mad Woman about to get a second knock. That, oh my days. The ladies would have gotten that wipe there, but they got a little bit distracted. They got the fast knock. They wanted to confirm that fast, but then that strategy of just holding in that corner. I don't know about you, but then L3G taking on another fight. They have the plus from Gina right next to them. But then YC immediately they finish that fight. Dark Tempers now closing. We have Dark Shadow, Dark Devil, Dark Spower, and we have the players there from Night Guardians as well closing in. Seems like the players from L3G are finally finishing that fight there. YC are getting a couple of knocks. They have a lot of teams around them. But YC, what is your plan already? You have taken on the SL ladies all the way back to lobby. But we need some explanation, ladies. What just happened there? Hapo kidogo lazima tueleze. But you know what, guys, as usual, I hope as you're watching, make sure the likes match the number of people watching. So hit that like button, subscribe if you're yet to, share the live stream link. These are the Kenya Pubg Mobile League games. We are in season 8. This is the second week of the league. We are in Group B, and tomorrow we'll be having the second day of League Week 2. We'll be having the players from Group A competing again. So yes, only a couple of teams will be proceeding to the finale. So be on the alert to see which teams those are going to be. Dark Spark quite low there. CZ and the Night Guardians are taking each other on, and it does connect the L3G. getting knocked. We need to see what is happening there because somebody was watching for them. Nemesis and the teammate Judas, they have been the only people remaining. They need to go in for that push. Vicious Bros are closing as well. The players from G9 right in for them. Rao is down. G9 player Vaughn getting those knocks. He's just but a duo with his teammate Spark. Will they be taking on two teams by themselves? L3G, and they have the players there as well from... Sorry, they had the players from Vicious Bros right next to them. They took them down. They just met two players, Vaughn and his teammate Spark. They have L3G right in front of them, and Nade might just be the best thing to do right now. But let's see what their plan is going to be. Nemesis just behind them. Nemesis, you need to be on alert because someone will come from your back. Molly does connect, and a Nade. What kind of butcher is this? Because that Molly and a Nade, of course, got that immediate knock on him. And now we have the players from G9 going closer. L3G might just be wiped out by just one guy. Fury been had there by Vaughn. Switches to the DBS, and of course this is going to be an interesting 1v1. DBS in the hand. Let's go for that push. Let's go. Vaughn waiting for the player from LG3. Fury, you need to get closer because Vaughn right now, to be honest, he's waiting for you with that DBS. Your teammates are quite far. Another team does close in. YC joining the party. Vaughn doesn't have a chance there. Gunner gets a Kobe on him. Does get the damage, but are they going to be getting that push happening? They are a little bit scared. Vaughn trying to get the healing happening there. L3G Fury wasting your time, and Vaughn is back up in terms of HP. Goes in for that push. Fury is down. Might just be getting the thrust as well, and he does so. And Gunner, of course, coming with the cover fire from the back. The teammate there from L3G. Sorry, what am I saying? LG3. What? Would have done something, but YC players have third-partied this fight and made it a little bit hard for the players there from Vaughn's team, that is G9, to be able to survive that fight. And now L3G, Gardner, again, like I said, the redemption for the team. He's always surviving. Gardner has to take on the players from YC. So what will be your plan? Excuse me. Valhalla is supposed to play today, by the way, and I don't know where they are, but honestly, they need to be here. I don't know where they are, but it is what it is. So we have the players from CZY Esports are still in the game. CZ Morabu, as usual, being the only person remaining. Mostly when the game progresses, he either survives or his teammates survive if he's not in the game. So three teams that are remaining. L3G, someone say the chicken dinner for game one is going to be L3G's chicken dinner. We have another team in the game as well. YC Jogor, YC Junior, and YC Parota. And also we have another player there from CZ, and that's going to be CZ Morabu. So between these three teams, which team is going to be getting on the chicken dinner for these games? Morabu does go there, perfect spray. That's get the damage. Now the cover spray is coming from the YC players. Morabu, you need to get your healing happening there, but he wants only to confirm a Kobe on the player from YC. Does get the nade out there. Might try to get the damage. He's actually quite damaged, Morabu. But are you going to be able to clutch this? You are quite low. YC players to go, and his teammates getting closer. They also want to heal up. They also want to prepare for this fight. YC Morabu goes out, and Jogo with the DBS. And now L3G Gardner gets the first knock. The player there from Team 20 seems a little bit disconnected or lagging or something, but he was just standing straight when Judas was getting the spray. Hey, no way. YC Jogo ain't no way. YC Jogo might just be the best DBS player when it comes to KPL. I know, I'm turning Lilia, but no, that was actually well played. The DBS actually connected, and you have the winners for game one. The YC players get a total of 13 eliminations. The second, you have L3G getting 10 eliminations. The third, you have CZ2. Fourth, G9 with 7. 5, you have Dark Tempers with 4. 6, Night Guardians 4. 7, VB08. Assassinators 09. SL3 10. Nitrate 0. 11, YCEE Esports 4. 12, which team is this? 0, 13, 3F Esports 0, 14, the Exotics 0, 15, SG 0, and then 16, you have GT with 0. Going a lot for this game with 7 defeats. There we have YC Jogo. Sorry about that, guys. Nilikuwa na just slump. Sorry about that. Best companion 3 rescues. You have L3G Dudas, and the finisher with the final elimination, we have YC Jogor. Of course, I mean, that game was a little bit interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Big up to you players from YC. That was an amazing, amazing play coming from you guys. But of course, we have to take a very quick break and then we'll be right back. Of course, we'll be making sure you guys enjoy the KPL game. So every single game is gonna be streamed. I hope you're hitting the like button. I hope you've subbed and I hope you've shared. I'll be taking a quick break and then I'll be right back with you guys. All right, so we're officially back again. We are heading into game 2. As usual, game 1 was Sanhok, game 2 Erangel, game 3 Miramar, and then game 4 Erangel, just to show the map rotations. So these are the map rotations for the Kenya Pubg Mobile League games when it comes to league stages. And we just finished game 1 Sanhok. We're heading over to Erangel. And for the participating teams, we have ourselves all these teams participating in Group B. So if you see a team here that you're familiar with and you want to give them all the support you can give them, please go ahead and give them shout outs in the comment sections. I can see Dark Devil saying kuna mtu mwingine kwa spectate. No, hiyo ni admin ameingia na account ya mtu yake, sorry, original account yake. He's not a player, he doesn't even play, he's not a player. But yeah, so those are the teams participating in Group B. Of course, some action will be there. I mean, we've seen how Game 1 has turned out to be. YCEE Jogo, man of the match. Kijana ametu bamba villager. I hope you told your girl to come watch the game because you're doing a really good job. But anyway, guys, it is game 2. It is Erangel. The same action is going to be there. We had a good time, by the way, during the TDM sagas. I have to tell you guys about it. TDM sagas is basically for when Group B ends, the person who becomes position 1 after the games for this week, that is after their last game for today, that team can pick any other team from the top 5 bracket in Group B and challenge them to a TDM. So that is the TDM saga. So yes, it's a little bit... kuna watu wanasema pay chance ya kucheza, but like I said, be on the lookout. A TDM challenge is coming your way. Now si mimi nimesema, just ni vile mimi sijiku. So anyway, yes, so we're heading into the second game. Of course, the teams have already joined. We have a good number of them been in the game. A couple of them are a little bit confused. I think some of them think they're playing tomorrow, and probably because I sort of say the wrong information. No, it is in the posters. Group B is supposed to play today, and then Group A tomorrow. So I hope Group A players, you're watching the live and you know that you guys are gonna be playing tomorrow, and I hope you're ready. L3G wanaona dust si wongo. Acha nione kunaendeleaje hapa. Huyo mtu ametolewa kwa spectate. Again guys, like I said, please like, even yet to subscribe, please hit on the subscribe button. I'll really appreciate it. Still having my old phone with me, the phone that made me start content creation. So yes, Redmi lovers, don't let go of Redmi. I'm not even lying. It will forever, and I mean forever, serve you. So let's continue like in the live. I don't see any other questions. So let's head on over to the in-game and see how many teams have made it in and what are we going to be expecting. In the comment section, please tell me which teams you think are going to be getting the chicken dinner. The person who made the prediction of L3G, you couldn't have been even more wrong. But don't lose on L3G. Don't lose hope on L3G. Just continue voting for them to be the ones winning game 2 again. But we have also other great teams. We have the CZY. I mean, CZY Marabu had a chance. He probably would have gotten that win if he had fellow teammates in the game, but he was just but a solo. YCEE was a full team. They came in full on. Jogo decided to unleash DBS. The same DBS went and got Judas's forehead. I mean, that's crazy. But you know what? It is just KPL Season 8. It is the second week of the league. Na mambo yanachemka. Let's head over there to the game. All right. So a couple of teams have already made it to the game. Another team has already joined. It seems the two teams are confused on whether they're supposed to play tonight or not. And I believe that is the only ones. I've not seen only ones before. Valhalla finally joined the game. But Leo only ones, Nikama, they have been left somewhere confused. And they probably are not aware that they have a game tonight. Let me share this. So, mtu alinitumia video nikicheka TDM. Guys, me kwangu that thing was funny. I don't know why you guys didn't see it. I mean, how do you tilt your head like this? Mtu alikuwa akutoe, ukafanya hivi kichwa, akahata shots zote, yani zote. We watch bana. If you missed the TDM Saga games, just go ahead and check on the YouTube channel. It is that is well written. It is the TDM Saga game that happened last week. Very interesting fights took place. I mean, watu ni wanoma huku nje. Kuna kijana anaitwa Kul alitoka kuspray akaweka gun kwa mgongo akaanza kufist watu hapo. Alifist wanaume. Alifist yo kijana because alikuwanga ameambiwa. But you know what? It was a fair fight. Both of them were actually really good in the TDM game. Just that Q was a little bit better, and he got the win for the Invincibles. So good stuff there from Q. Big up to you. Excuse me. That was a really, really well played coming from you. Just give me a second. Honestly, let me just say it again. I usually say it during the live. If you have a question, ask anyone there in the live comments. They'll answer you. Jamal will answer, Ivansky will answer, Smith will answer, Naze will answer, Spike will answer, Saeed will answer. I mean, all these people will answer you. But kunipigia Miss G. I'm not like, give me a second. Chanyone unani ananini. Kidogo tu. Oh, it's a team is lost. They think they're supposed to be playing. How are you people not on Discord? I don't get the questions sometimes. Nikiongea ndakuwa mini caster bias. Guys, so I don't know if you're watching the live, but let me answer something. So if you land with a team, okay, so let's say let me look at the flight path just real quick. It's coming from Yesnaya all the way to the southwestern side of Erangel. So imagine you land in Severny and a team sees, and I go to shooting range, but when we were gliding, I saw a team going to Severny. Of course, well, if you're landing, you tend to rotate your camera, right? So you can see who's landing with you guys, where they're coming from, and stuff like that. So you see they're there. My immediate reflex will be to wait for you. I won't even think about, I will camp just to make sure I get those kills, okay? So I understand that it may seem suspicious if you did not know they knew you were there. But that actually happens in such a scene. People land together and they will wait. Me nakwambia mj kampiwa. What? And the safe zone decides. I'm not even going to be talking about how I almost broke my phone because of playing in a scream that someone waited for us on the bridge, a solo, and he killed all of us. One spray, 4 players. It's like you don't know that. But the safe zone decides it's going to be going towards the north western side of Erangel, going towards Zarki. Places don't see people landing at all. Jojopol, Ruins, Gatka, Shooting Range, Severny, Rozok. All these places are in the safe zone. But we still have some teams that are choosing to go a little bit far from the safe zone. Look at Dark's Power and his teammates, that is Dark Tempers, are going towards Novo. Vicious Bros going towards Military Base. Farm as well has GT players. And well, look at Fiery Pierre, we have Valhalla, and NG does get the first knock there on War. That means War is already engaging in a fight. Na mambo yatachemka kidogo, but wacha tuone vile tena War ako does get another knock. Nini hizi mnafanyana huku? Nako, you need to show no mercy. If someone gets to knock you, they will not show you any mercy. But it seems like people have landed a little bit close to each other. The players there from SG are trying to make it to another place to get their loot happening there. They have to be careful though. The people are aware of their position. NG going in for the car chase. Let's go, NG. Stop focusing on the thrust. You need to get the push happening. Assassinators right in front of the players from NG. What is not happening? Group B wameamua lobby in game 2 is where they're going to be showcasing their skills. NG players have taken their time. The ST player Simba has finally been able to escape this reality that they were about to go back to lobby too early in the game. 966 Diambo. Can we join? Yes, you can. Only that for this season, you cannot. But you can be a part of KPL. Just ask anyone here. A link will be posted for you there. And you can be able to join. Oh, thank you, Jamal. He actually answered that. Bruh. Flowers to Jamal. I'm not live on TikTok. I forgot to activate TikTok. But flowers to Jamal there. You know, gifts zingetuma ningepatia. But I don't have any gifts coming to YouTube. So, but yeah. Let's see how this is going to be happening. The NG players are aware that the players from Assassinators are there. And it seems like they're not going to be going in for that push. Thorfinho and Terra going away. I don't know why Thorfinho is playing without clothes. But my friend, it is a violation to be playing without any outfit. Looking at the place slightly Pubg, we have a team there that is 3F Esports. As usual for Group B, we're going to be waiting till the last zones of the game. And then we'll be having a lot of fights happening here and there. Even if you give up the pass, my friend, you cannot join because the game has a delay, and being able to join will be a little bit too late for you. The delay is at least 5 minutes in. So you cannot, I mean, at all. Ato stream snipe ufanya nini huwezi join room. That's why I don't hide the ID when I come to the lobby side, because you can't join. Eva too. Also, guys, if you have any questions, upcoming events, do I know about them? Is there something you want to know about them? Ask me in the comment section. I will be keeping you updated. If I know anything about an event, I will be honest about you. But if I do not, to be honest, there's nothing much I can tell you. All I can say is ask the person organizing, and they probably will be giving you more details. But of course, if the organizers from KPL know about an event, you have to rest assured that it is as we are saying. It is exactly that. So we'll be seeing if we're going to be having any updates for you guys. But of course, amazing things coming our way this year. So after to anticipate about them, let's see how they're going to be playing. The ones who attended the NIS LAN, we are hoping to see you even more in the upcoming events. We hope to see more of you guys literally everywhere. So for now, I have no information. So there's no event I know about. Do not ask me, I don't know. I only know about specific events, okay? But let's go ahead and check on where the teams have landed and what their plan is. And Severny has 2 teams there. SG has a team right next to them. That's going to be YCEE Esports. And yes, it is a funny safe zone. It has been said to go towards the northeastern side, basically where no one wanted to land. And now everyone is going to be forced to go towards the side. SG Simp, again, being the person remaining from their team, together with SG Simba. I hope they have a strategy on their side. Like I say, there are some teams last game, they ended up going back to lobby after 4 games, just 1 point or 0 points in terms of their total points. It was really disappointing, to be honest. I was looking at the scores and I felt like they really needed to have something, or rather, camp. Guys, camp. No one is going to beat you for camping. I mean, camp. SL wamekaa kwa room na wametulia. Kuna mtu ameuliza SL? Ama kuna mtu kwa comment section ameuliza SL? Hakuna. So if you can camp. Let's move around. Let's go to NG. Night Guardians, and they have the Night Raids. So 2 contradicting names are in the same place. They are in the northern and the southern side of judgeable there, but we're going to be going where they have the players from YCEE Esports. Nako is down. Kido with the vehicle there, of course. They're going to try and get the revive on Nako. Idle as well, easily to be close there. Seems like CZY Esports as well is taking on a fight. So I'm going to be trying to juggle between these 2 fights just to see how it's going to be happening, but then nothing is happening here for sure. So let's go where we have the players are from CZ, because CZ is about to dominate that fight. Look at that G9 right there. Sukuna has been taken back to lobby pro box. Guys, jiteni jina zamhana. So you have G9 Von, the player there who was actually, how do I put this? He was the only one surviving. He was about to take on L3G. Now he's going to be taking on the players from CZY Esports. They're right across them. We have another team passing by, 3F Esports. Sporter is down. CZ Marabu smoking up the whole place, trying to get the revive on his knocked teammate, but then 3F Esports seem to be going in for that push as well in school compounds. Well, they actually passed by. They decided not to engage at all. But for Pro Box, what is your plan? You have basically a car that is not a Pro Box. So, Eleza. When is the next KPL? Yes, exactly. Jamal just said it. Even Abdi joined the Discord server. Jamal, you can take the link for the Discord on the Discord channel and you can post it for people here to join because as long as you join the KPL Discord channel, then of course you're going to be getting all the updates you need to get. I mean, every single update, even when it comes to any upcoming events, they will all be posted in the KPL Discord server. So just make sure in there, hata siwadanganyi, any event you plan, it's going to be direct. You'll be seeing us posting about it. We won't hide. We'll tell you everything you need to know. So just make sure you join Discord. Actually, this is the link. Excuse me. I'm gonna pin it. So anyone who has a question, Jamal will just direct you to that link and you can join us. So for now, CZY Esports, leo nataka violence. I'm so pumped up. Nimekunywa maji ya kutosha. Nimekula. So now I'm ready to take on this fight. YCEE going to Sevani, taking on the players from YCEE Esports. What is happening? Sevani seems to be a little bit crowded there. CZY Morabu gets another knock on Pubg. That name might just be the thing that is failing you right now. Vaughn as well is in the game there, waiting for a chance for the players from CZY Esports to make a mistake. They are watching from where they are in the school grounds. Murife are waiting patiently for someone to make a mistake, but then it seems like no one wants to make a mistake. We are in the second phase of the zone. We are going to the third phase of the zone. The damage from the blue zone is about to be a little bit high. Dark tempers coming from military base. They need to start moving ASAP, because they are too far out when it comes to the safe zone. Valhalla as well going towards the side of Gatka. Gatka might just be a little bit crowded. So let's see what's happening there inside of Gatka. We have GT there. They have teams coming towards them. Vicious Bros passing by the vehicles. They're not looking to stop there. They want to go to the safe zones and probably will be working out for them. There we have the Night Guardians as well. They are in the game. They are really taking on the fights. I don't know what their strategy is going to be, but they still have a team right next to them. SL ladies, what's up ladies? So the ladies are passing by. They're not going to be engaging in this fight. Assassinators passing by Sevani. They have another team right next to them. That is the Night Raids. Nothing is happening also right next to them. There nothing is changing. But it seems like NG and Vicious Bros. Let's go to the Vicious Bros there. We have another player is down. Bro, ipaka ndainyonga. Inakuja kuniumia simu. Hii kamba ya simu. So let's see what's going to be happening here. So the players from Vicious Bros, they have just two players remaining, Akumu and Defan. And they are going to be waiting on the players that are right beneath them here. In a Georgiapol grounds, you have, not even Georgiapol, but in the southern side of Georgiapol here. They're going to be waiting for that chance. Boyka is down. The players from VB are giving them a little bit of a hard time right now. They are quite low. Terra with the spray there doesn't really connect, but then he does get some damage. Not that much of damage, but he does get some sort of damage on the players from VB right above them. They're waiting on them. They want to take on the fight here, but no one wants to engage at all. The players from VB only ones are in the game right behind where they have the players from VB. Let's go on. It is getting cooked up. Only OP there needs to get a Kobe. The need us connect. The fight is down and now Kobe being the only person remaining. Let's go. Okay, let's go in for the push. Let's get the pre-fires, but then only OP is just OP as his name calls him, and he gets an elimination on Akumu. And I have now team 10. That is the Night Guardians with the team right in front of them. That's gonna be the only ones, and they're going to be taking on the players from Night Guardians. Now hospitals is no longer any place you want to be anymore, because people are literally everywhere in the game. Looking at another team, let's see what G9 is up to. They are in the ruins. They are taking their time. They don't want to go closer to any team. They don't want to engage in any fight. Nisawa, do whatever makes you happy. If that is what works for you, nani atakuuliza? Hamna. If it works for you, go ahead and do it. We have the Valhalla players, Team 16, finally making it to Gatka. G9, you need to be careful. Actually, GT, you need to be careful because Valhalla Gaming might just be taking on this fight. Viking passing by. Dali passing by as well. They don't want to stop anymore. Viking also going far away from this fight. 3F Esports passing by. Sudeis, I don't know who needs to tell you, but moving around this open without a vehicle will be the end of you and your team. Excuse me, looking at the players that they are from Dark Tempers. I don't know what their plan is going to be here, but they need to start moving as fast as they can. Have the players from Night Guardians, Boyka and his teammates moving around there with vehicles. They should start planning out a strategy that works. You have the players from SG. MNC has been here from day one saying SL girls on top. Well, ni ukweli. The ladies are actually doing a good job. But of course, guys, if you want to join the Kenya Pubg Mobile League Discord server to stay updated in terms of events, in terms of anything along that line, please go ahead and join the Discord server for the Kenya Pubg Mobile official Kenya, not even official. Let me not say official because it might form a little bit of confusion, but there is an unofficial Pubg Mobile Kenya WhatsApp group, and we also have a Discord server that is running. That is going to be the Pubg Mobile Kenya Discord, and the link is the link that has been pinned. So please go ahead and join if you're not a part of us, and you'll be getting updated every single time you have anything happening. I'm not even lying. Yani hutaipitwa. Kuna watu walipitwa na NIS na walikuwa wananiambiaje, oh, you didn't tell us. I didn't tell you, and I posted everywhere. My friend, please, I don't want anger, okay? But Zone is about to close in. 14 teams in the game. 14. Watu wakasema hawataki kuachwa nyuma. People have decided to camp and wait for a chance to engage. Yani, they are waiting. Lakini watu wako mbaya mbaya hii game. Watu wako na tabia mbovu. Eli ulitoka G9 ukaenda wapi? Explain. Because it doesn't make sense. But let's see what happens here. The players from SG. They have another team. Assassinators. I don't know the last time I saw someone camping out this much and waiting for people in this tunnels, but it's nice to see a team is using it. So let's see how that's going to be working out for them, because if the zone moves, so will they have to be moving, and probably we'll have a team waiting for them right outside there. Ipake nani bo. Nika ujui. Yani nikaofa kuwapea. Hata sahi siwezi wapea. Imekuwa kilema. But ni sawa tu. Anyway, so look at what is happening. We're in the third phase of the zone. Game is about to come to an end, guys. I've not seen anyone in the comment section telling me which team they think is going to be taking on the chicken dinner for game 2. We are just in game 2. 4 games tonight. These are the Kenya Pubg Mobile League games, season 8. It is the second week of the league phase, and we have the Group B players participating. We have a couple of teams in the game. There finally a fight has happened there, and it seems like people went towards hospital. The 3F players are getting closer. Kubo is down. Look at Fuga. You will be the one forced to engage in this fight. Sorry about that. Probably an MS issue. But look at the 3F players. They're going towards the player there. They have the Dark Spot team right next to them as well. I don't know if they did get to split here, because the players that are engaging in the fight are not the ones that are here right now, because the other one is quite far. He's around. Oh, okay. Oh, he's quite far. And yes, they are the only ones as well getting closer to the team there. That is going to be the Night Guardians. I need some action, guys. Nataka kuongea mpaka nisikie mdomo imekauka bana. For now, we're going to be waiting. The game is still a little bit slow. This is, of course, a strategy we've seen from the teams in Group B. They take their time. They wait for the chance to engage. They don't really want to go in for that push. And that makes sense, because we're in the 4th phase and we have 14 teams in the game. 14. How are you 14 teams at this time of the game? How is this even possible? So G9 right now taking on the players from Valhalla. Also the L3G joining that party. Such at pitia pale kwa L3G and see what their plan is going to be, because now the players from G9 are losing players one by one. Fury still holding the M416 there. We might just be seeing a couple of sprays coming from their side. SG as well taking on a fight. Only 2 players standing from their team. That's going to be Simba and his teammate Simp getting that knock. Of course, it motivates them to go in for that push. They are, of course, a duo. They're already going for that push. The sprays are coming in. The cover fire is there. They need to get to cover. You need to stop engaging in that fight. You need to stop focusing on the thrust. The person that's first with the vehicle. And, of course, he stops immediately. YC Jr. and his teammates are taking on the players from SG all the way back to lobby. 38 seconds. You're going to the 4th phase of the zone. The damage from the zone will be a little bit increasing right now. CZY Esports still in the game. Players from Valhalla Gaming trying to make it to the safe zone. Players from GT as well need to get towards the safe zone. L3G, what is your plan? They're taking on a couple of fights, a lot actually. So watch out to end up to haraka to know what they're doing, because L3G people are vouching for your chicken dinner, but you're not giving us the chicken dinner at all. Hapa sijui. Hey. Show SL. I'm going to be showing SL in a few, but what I'm trying to do is follow as many fights as possible, but then G9 taking on GT. The players here from Valhalla are still down, so Valhalla Kane moving around in the vehicle, doesn't want to engage on the fight at all. But let's see what G9 players are up to right now. Vaughn and his teammates Probox are the only people remaining from their team. They have a team right in front of them that was camping by the bridge. It is going to be going towards the safe zone. And of course, once they do that, they're going to be forced to engage in a fight against the only ones. Another team is also close to them. Close to them. Night Guardians passing by there with the vehicles. G9 players passing by. That's Vaughn. A very good player, to be honest. He knows his skills. He knows what he's doing. So let's see if that's going to be a really worth it thing, to be honest. Is it going to work out or not? Madina Dima. Mitch, nipe Mitch. Watu wameregister for this one. You can't join. You have to wait for other matches. So Night Guardians, we have Terra there, we have Boyka in who is this? Pathfinder. Pathfinder kwa game. So the Night Raids are losing players. They're looking at the YC team. They are taking on the L3G players. The Fury, they are trying to get closer. YC taking them down one by one. The players there from 3F also are close to the players from L3G, and the players from CZY Esports seem to have been able to eliminate the players from Night Raids. Fury going for that push. They want to get some damage up in there. The SL ladies finally showing up in the game. They're not really engaging. Assassinators. We have Hartem and his teammate Assassin. They have a player right in front of them. L3G holding the same compound. They have been spotted. Smasher fast knocking for L3G. Of course, if you can knock and get a fast, then why not? 3F Smasher and his teammates can now finally get closer. Fury is on the right side as well as Gardner. Might just be the person who makes it a little bit hard here for the players on 3F to get the win happening. But let's see what their strategy is as of now. G9 losing players. We can see the kill feed there. They're losing a couple of players. CZ dominating the game. CZ, what is your plan? Watch out one. Let's see. Let's see how this plays out. CZ. Let's see what's going to be happening here. What is going to be their strategy and what they want to do. But let's see. Nadia getting cooked up by CZ. YC Jogo, man in the DBS. Tonight, the second game, he has the S.K waiting on the players. Oh, CZ Mwarabu silences him. I mean, blood for blood. That is basically a comeback there. Immediately does get a payback on YC Jogo, getting him with a DBS. Last time it was YC Jogo who got him with the DBS. So yes, this does make sense. I'm sure it feels a little bit satisfactory for CZ Mwarabu. Only ones are seeing the players from SL passing by. We need to see what the ladies are up to. One of them gets knocked there, Mad Woman. Quite unfortunate. Tokyo need to make it to the safe zone. The damage is quite there. The zone is a little bit high here from the blue zone. Night Guardians right in front of Tokyo. She needs to get moving as fast as possible. Skylar with the cover does get a knock and a fast. They are playing back to back in the blue zone to the safe zone. But is it gonna be enough, ladies? You have people literally everywhere. Teams are passing by. Only ones as well trying to make it to the safe zone. Everyone is basically literally everywhere. Dark Tempers getting eliminated by CZY Esports. L3G Nemesis a solo remaining from their team. Only one's been taken down by Dark Tempers. Someone third parties the fight. And it's gonna be the only ones. And now Nemesis goes immediately where we have the team that is gonna be G9. Probox. Probonje Yamashinda. Yeah. And now 5 teams remaining. This is what happens when you play a game and 14 teams are remaining. In this game, a lot happens. You start engaging in fights. The zone is small. You're getting too closer to each other. SL ladies, perfect sprays on the Night Guardians. Boyka, need to be careful. The lady down there has a perfect spray on your head. SL Tokyo does finally get to try and heal up their Kyra. On the other side is quite far with Skylar. I don't know how they're going to be getting any cover on SL lady Tokyo. In case she does get knocked there, it's going to be a little bit tricky to be able to get any revive happening on her side. But for now, G9 Probonje in the same strategy, chilling in the vehicle, waiting on the ladies from Dark. Oh, SL Dark Spa has a player remaining. Spa trying to smoke up the whole place. The SL ladies are right on his side there. They might just be able to get the damage on him. The zone is quite damaging. Does get the spray there. Dark Spa doesn't want to go to the safe zone. He's focusing on the wrong thing. You need to go towards the zone, my friend. You're gonna get knocked here by the safe zone. You need to start moving. But then SL Tokyo does get knocked here. Skylar and his team and her teammates are slowly going for the push. NG is low. Oh, no way. What happened there? Kyra and Skylar took on the 2 players. No way, mad. Dark Spot does get eliminated there by the Zone 2 teams remaining, CZY Esports and the SL Ladies. And now CZ, oh my days, sorry about that. CZY Esports going in for that push. You have Adolf, Murife, Sporter, and CZ Morabu in the game. Skylar and Kyra right now, they are a little bit crowded. They need to figure out how it's going to be working. Perfect spray on CZ, but then she gets distracted. Murife does get the first knock in, and now SL Ladies have just one person remaining from their team. That's going to be Kyra, waiting patiently in the vehicle, trying to heal up, waiting for someone to make a mistake. The players from CZ passing by the vehicles. Immediately they go in for that push. Kyra goes back to the vehicle, and CZ Adolf. Yo. So CZY Esports finally get the chicken dinner for the second game of the night, and that's going to be Erangel. Perfect play from CZ, getting a total of 10 eliminations. Big up to CZ, 20 points in the bag. Good stuff to your side. SL, we have them coming position 2 with 4 eliminations. The third, we have Dark Tempers 2. Fourth, we have Night Guardians. How many do they have? 11? Ooh, damn. We have the players from G9. They have, a total of 5 eliminations. 6, L3G 4. 7, have only one, 7 eliminations. 8, you have 3F0. 9, you have Night Trades 1. 10, YCEE 5. 11, Assassinators 0. 12, Valhalla 0. 13, GT 0. 14, SG3. 15, VB0. 16, War with 1. Going a lot with 5 defeats, we have CZ Morabu, best companion with 2 rescues. You have Night Guardian player Pathfinder, and the finisher with the final elimination, CZ Adolf. Well, I believe that is it for game number 2. Erangel, quite entertaining. SL Ladies, good strategy, good rotations. Waited for the last zone. They made their rotation a little bit late, finally getting them position 2. That does give them a little bit of a step ahead in terms of points. 6 points for placement, 4 for eliminations. That is 10 points already in. So good stuff to you ladies. But CZY Esports, they waited till the last time to engage in the fight. It has finally paid off. They have been able to get the chicken dinner. They have done a really good job. So for now, guys, as usual, we'll be taking a very short break. I just hope you guys are liking the live. Honestly, that's the only thing I'm asking for. I've been asking for you guys to like, share the live stream link if you're yet to do so, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not yet subscribed. And I'll be seeing you guys in a very short time. But for now, let's take on that short break, and I'll be seeing you guys in a few.
Superhero. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear I've weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Rising with each beat of the music is bringing around flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full, I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive, we're just listening, we're existing.
All right, we are back to game 3 now. We have watched game 1, game 2. I mean, congratulations to CZY Esports for that win. Finally, it has been a win that people have been waiting for. So big up to you. Someone said it's because the IGL is back, and I believe that is CZ Marabu. So big up to you, CZ Marabu, for that beautiful, well-planned gameplay. And then, of course, for YCEE Esports, you have to call out to you guys as well for winning game 1, getting the chicken dinner. Big stuff coming from you guys. So now we're going into the third game of the night. It's going to be Miramar. It's going to be a little bit intense. Okay, it's going to be having a little bit of action here and there. People are going to be camping also. It is Miramar. It is a big map, and as usual, Miramar takes time. People tend to engage in fights too early. Sometimes people engage a little bit late, but it is a land of dust. So I'm going to be expecting to see a little bit of change in terms of gameplay, how the teams are going to be taking the fights, how the IGLs are going to be making the calls. But before we do that, if you're watching the live stream, the like button is actually functional on my channel. So please hit that like button. If you're to subscribe to my channel as well, please hit the sub button. Thank you as well to the people who've already liked, and the subscribers. Welcome to the PUBG Mobile Kenya community. These are the Kenya PUBG Mobile League Season 8 games, and I am your girl, Mitch Gaming, and I'm your on-air talent for tonight's games. These are the league week games. We are in week 2, day 1 for week 2, and we have Group B playing. So we'll be going directly into the game just to see the teams that have already joined. Group B, some teams a little bit hesitant because of maybe their performance, but remember, anything can change. I think BPX proved that to us when they changed their plan. Initially, they didn't have enough points. Game 1, game 2, for last week's league week games, they didn't have enough points, although they had some amount of kills. But then when it came to game 3 and 4, that is when they changed their strategy, and now things became a little bit different. We saw them engaging in fights. We saw them taking chicken dinners. They got up to 64 points, and they didn't even do that much. They only just composed themselves. And then game 3 and game 4, they came in a little bit strong. So I hope I'll be seeing people do that. But so far, so good. It seems like the teams have joined the game. So we'll be heading directly into the game, and we'll be seeing how the players perform when it comes to this game. Anyway, let's get to it. The game is officially starting, and we are in Miramar. Chani kunywa maji hapa kidogo. Nakwambia kuna njeve. Are you guys feeling cold? Like, is your place cold? Because kwetu yo kizuba hivi kidogo unasikia baridi, sijui mbona. Nivalie kabuti. Sawa. So let's see how game 3 is going to be faring on. We are in Miramar. Of course, you have 2 more games to go. That is going to be this game and the next game, which is going to be Erangel. And then that will be it for Group B players. And their fate will be sealed on whether they're going to be into the finale or not. And looking at the flight path right now, it seems to be a little bit fair. It is cutting basically almost in the middle of Miramar, but this time round it is on the northern side, coming from El Azhar all the way to El Pozo. And of course, teams will be going to the landing spots. We are going to be expecting some sort of fights too early in the game, so let's be on the lookout for that, and we'll be seeing how that works out. But if you're already here, we have seen game 1, game 2, YCEE Esports, CZY Esports. We want to see now, when we go into game 3, which teams do you guys see that are going to be taking on the chicken dinner? Which team do you expect to take on the chicken dinner, or why do you see that is the team that is going to be taking the chicken dinner? For L3G, kuna mtu hapa amesema kila saa tunaachia bado mnatu disappoint ati Bufa ndiwe group C bado watakuwa mwisho. Bufa aliwakosea wapi? Mnapatianga Bufa stress sana. Bufa ni kijana mdogo, man. Kijana kadogo. Kadonye. Mpatie, yani, msimuingililie sana, nika kijana, kapatie ka chance, okay? But let's see where the teams are going to be landing. We have 16 teams a game. When we looked at the game there in the previous game, people basically waited it out till the last zone. That's when we had 14 teams. So that was really intense. That made a lot of teams battle out too late. Honestly, and it did cost some of them. Yes, they had camped out, but then 14 teams in the game, that's a little bit too heavy if I'm being honest, because yeah, they did well. They did in the first game. They actually tried, but now honestly, that's not enough. That's not enough for them. They need to do better. Mwingililie Bufa hata. Bufa naye anaingililianga kwa group anapotea anarudi 2 days later. Why? Juu kuna mtu anaitwa Eli atashinda amemuita daily. Utafanya kijana disappear. But let's see how the game is going to be playing out and what are we going to be expecting when it comes to these teams. And look at this side. On the western side, Montenegro seems to be a little bit crowded. We have at least L3G, VB, Vicious Bros, YCEE Esports, and only ones. That is 4 teams in the same place. And when you look at G9, they're also not that far from that place. So probably they're also going to be going towards that side. Like I said, Miramar might seem like a big map, but then people tend to land a little bit close to each other. They tend to engage too early in the game because it is big. So people will be landing, of course, at the same place, which might cost some of them. But hopefully they come up with a strategy that actually works on their side. Looking at the Assassinators, they seem to be taking on a fight. They have been joining just but a duo for quite some time now. Actually, it's one person. I get to the first knock. Might just be having another player down because I saw 2 knocks happening in the game there. GT has one more person going in for that push. Kevo with a grenade. It seems like they don't have guns to engage in this fight. Assassin will be having an easy wipe on this team. He's quite low. What is Assassin doing? Kevo. Kevo. Kwani earphones as funny. And Assassin will be going for that push just for a solo. So Assassin, from the Assassinators, does get a wipe on GT. Hivyo tu. Ati. Night Guardians, big up. Night NG wote ni under 16. No way! Really? Night Guardians are under 16. Let's go L3G. Y'all can do this. Buffer. Tumetaja L3G na and wameanza kuengage in a fight. They seem to be taking on players from the only ones, and already one of their teammates, that's going to be L3G Fury, has been eliminated. Montenegro is a little bit too crowded. YCEE Esports taking on the SL ladies, and one of them has been eliminated all the way back to lobby. Nemesis right now going in closer, getting closer to the players, from War as well. So let's see if they're going to be taking on any fight, if they're going to be engaging against the players from NG, because they seem to be going away as well. Vicious Bros are still in the same place. Montenegro, they don't want to change their place, so probably that's their strategy. But then tables are about to turn. Valhalla Gaming land a little bit farther in Hacienda del Patron. No one is there with them, so they're going to be a little bit safe there. War Raids. Did they say War Raids? Night Raids are also a little bit safe there. They have no one landing next to them. The Night Guardians seems they are the under 16 team. They're doing a good job. They should put Arnie in the table as well. Because, mina kwambia, crowd ulikuwa unaangalia hivi Arnie. Mpaka unajishuku. Nashinda mtoto mdogo ametoka wapi. Kumbe ni Arnie. Anyway, Arnie, good job. I'm always a fan of Arnie. He knows that. Just that, Arnie wana ni let down. Alifanya sauti yangu ikakuwa voice note. But it's okay. It's okay. Again, in the comment section, guys, it is game 3. Tell me which team do you guys think is going to be taking on the chicken dinner when it comes to the 3rd game of the night. That is Miramar. This is Group B. So tomorrow we'll be having Group A games. That is where all the top teams have been placed. So hapo sasa ndio utajua nani ni nani. L3G wanashinda kufahamu. Imagine. Anyway, guys, if you've not yet liked the live, tafadhali hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. CZY siku zombo. What? Oh, you mean CZY siku zote? That is CZY siku zombo? Hey. Now, the only word I know that's along that language is Lombotov. Past that, na float. God damn it. Kidogo tu. This thing seems to be wanting to go off. Alright, nimerudi. So, Sisi Siku Zombo. Weh. So this one is about to close in now. Teams are going to be going towards the southern side. The safe zone looks a little bit crazy. So you can imagine if the people, or the players are going to be forced to play in the water, then hapo sasa ndio mnajua KPLC ya watoto wadogo ni ya watu wenye wanajielewa. CZY Esports, winners of game 2, still in the game. Puerto Paraiso looting up just to make sure they have enough loot for the fights. And Night Guardians are trying to make it to the safe zone. Also a little bit far from the safe zone. To be honest, you have the L3G. They're also trying to make it to the safe zone right now. You have the Vicious Bros also trying to make it to the safe zone here. Vexer and his teammates, they need to start moving. They're going to be wasting their mates too early in the game. And honestly, no one wants that. If you cannot, haiwezi. Hapo haiwezi. Tuambiane tu kweli. Lakini hiyo fight imeendelea aje? Unaona kenye imeendelea hapo? GT na nini? Assassinators. Hapo sijui nini imeendelea. Either earphones hazifanyi or sijui I don't know, but hapo kidogo something there that didn't add up, but unajua nini? Ni sawa. So zone is about to close in. Patron, we have a team there. Looking at the G9 players are making a very interesting rotation. They're going towards the middle of the safe zone. They're going to be staying there just to make sure they have enough visual advantage when it comes to the fights in Miramar. Remember, it is quite a hilly map here in PUBG Mobile, so you can easily use the hills to your advantage. Make sure you can see the enemies as they come for every single angle in the game. So as long as you have the right hill to be holding and it is in the safe zone, then probably you're going to be having a good time there. Look at the teams there from Night Raids. They're already losing their meds here because they are making a very late rotation. They have to use up their meds, and Night Guardians as well, they have to use up their meds. L3G, I don't know. CZ, another chicken? Alright. Kwani watu huku miaka ngapi? Watu huku hadi wako 40. Watu wako 40 years old. Nasikia hiyo. But how about tuongeleleo story? L3G also going, what? Gardner in a cave. Gardner does get knocked and thrusted by VB Akumu, and he immediately gets knocked by the blue zone. That means the players from Vicious Bros do not have enough meds to engage in any fight. Honestly, if they had just gone towards the safe zone and avoided this fight, then probably that would have been the best thing to do. But let's see what they're up to, because they just got knocked there right next to the players. And we want to see what happened. Let's see. Okay, so they got revived. They're actually lacking in terms of meds. Oh. The late rotation, if you're doing it, make sure you have enough meds. If you do not have the meds, then you're probably going to be costing your teammates VB, Defan, getting knocked again. As usual, for the lobby B, we have to wait towards the zone to end. Ndio hapo ndio sasa vitu zitabadilika. Where a lot of action will be happening. Ati Mitch bado hatujasahau. Ani touch me. We! Nimekuambia we mara ngapi? Hakuna shahidi. I'm done vile L3G inafanya maajabu, but surprisingly Sanhok, they actually had a good amount of eliminations, but sijui ni nini inaendelea. Ni kama mtawaita mkutano. Just look for players from L3G, ambieni Bufa na hiyo manual yake akuje meeting na alipia to lunch na waonyeshe vile ya kucheza game. We. But acha nisiongee. Saki kuambiwa minjo na jinx watu wa L3G juu alitoka 4PF. Why are Night Guardians grenading each other? Lakini wapi Habibi? Does Habibi play anymore the L3G? Acha tuoneka atacook. Bana. Walikuwa na laumu jina 4PF, now we're back to L3G na bado wanasafa. Oh, wait, what? L3G is a leg esports? Oh, bro, wametoka from 4 pockets full of wakales to legs. Yani, iyo ukale wachi. Sasa leo mbona Habibi aliacha kucheza game? Jue. Sorry. So VB is losing a couple of players. 2 of their teammates have been knocked down. Around also quite low in terms of HP. This team has no meds, okay? They did a very late rotation. They are lacking in terms of meds. The zone is closing in. Just like game 2, 14 teams in the game. Kila mtu anaenda towards the farthest corner when it comes to the safe zone. It is going to be a little bit tricky. Some of the safe zone will be in the water. So I hope they have a plan that's going to be working for this type of zone rotation. 3F Fugger, that is 3F Esports, are not choosing to engage at all. They're holding this compound. They're waiting for a team like the only ones to get closer to them, and then probably they're going to be engaging. But then remember, only ones you're snaking. It's an open field. This is Miramar. Hakuna misitu kama Livik, so you have to be careful. Smasher does decide to show us. Oh my days. Actually, I don't know how he knew I was spectating him, but that's actually really cool from Smasher. Very nice gun skin. But then the 3F Esports, they have the teams, the players here from only ones getting closer. All they need to do is stay as quiet as possible. Gasto, if you go inside that building. Hadi nimeshikilia mikono. Nimeshikilia wa. Iyo epic 474k yako 42. Ni amjona kuna team ya wazee ya esports and they're actually performing in the global scene. Captain wako 72 years old. Jamani mzee, as in mpaka anaongea slow motion. Lakini akikupata kwa game anakutandika, vidole zinasonga faster than mdomo. Anyway, we can see the players from 3F here getting pushed. Fuga is even waiting and the push has finally happened. 2 knocks in on the players from only ones. Last player does go in. Fuga might just get knocked and of course he is down. They have been disadvantaged here. Smasher is quite far. They are calling out to his name. They're telling him to get closer. You are a little bit far, my guy. And now Ghosto being aware that the Smasher player is getting closer. Ghosto need to get the spray happening before Smasher makes it closer to you. He does the pre-fires. Doesn't get the damage at all, but then Smasher is quite low. So what is your plan? The revive finally took place. They are 2 players standing from their team, but are they going to be enough to take on Smasher? He does get pushed there and he's quite low, and it is going to be GG's on the only ones team getting that eliminations on the 3F Esports. GG's. Si kujiri name for PF ili retire. Gardner, later be the but of course you have nothing against you guys. 4PF, we love you, we adore you, but kutuambia mlirita. Dark Tempers, they're taking on the SL ladies, and it seems like the action is finally taking place there. Skylar has been eliminated. Dark Sparrow, where are you and how can you see the players as they make it to the safe zone? The zone is now closing in. We have 12 teams remaining. 3rd phase of the zone. We're going to the 4th phase of the zone, and it's going to be even more intense right now. Dark Tempers, they need to hold this place really, really tight, because now everyone is coming to the safe zone. Everyone needs a safe place to be in the game, and you're probably holding the best place to be in right now, and they are gonna want to be there as well. YCEE Esports want to make it to safe, so SG players take it on YCEE Esports. Let's go there. Dancing. So CZY Esports, one of their players is down. Sports needs to get revived. YCEE Esports are still engaged in a fight. Leg joining that party, 3rd party in that fight, and they seem to have been able to take on the players there. Only one's taking on SG as well, but we have the Night Guardians moving around the vehicles, probably looking for a fight to engage in. But let's go. We have the SG players, but because it seems like there's a fight happening there. Simpa, his teammate Simba is quite down. Fury, they're being spotted by Steam, does tap him down, and the Fury, that's gonna be GG's on your side. L3G your legs are getting basically. So Nemesis right now, also trying to smoke up his place here, trying to make it to the safe zone. SG players right in front of him, looking at CZ. They're taking on a fight. They're taking on the players from OSL. Ladies also dominating the game. What is happening now? People are basically now finally encountering each other. The zone has become smaller. Everyone is engaging right now. CZY Esports taking on the players from Night Guardians one by one, making sure to confirm their knock there as they engage in the fights. G9 watching the fight from a back, waiting for that chance to engage. But I'm going to be going there where we have the SL ladies just to see what their plan is, because so far so good. They're getting the eliminations and even getting the thirst, but then they're not going to be moving from this compound because it is so safe that I don't even want them to move a muscle, because we need a chicken dinner from their side. Silegvani L3G. Huh? Silegvani ni L. Oh! L! Abu, please don't confuse me with your Ulunje. CZY Esports are still dominating the game. I'm going to be going where we have the players from CZ just to see what they're up to, what fights they're taking, and why they're taking on these fights. YCEE Esports having a team right next to them as well. The zone is about to close in. CZ is still taking on the players from Night Guardians, taking them all the way back to lobby. Excuse me. So now, finally, the violence is here. Watch out, animeze mate na maji. Haya bas. I'm ready. Let's go and check out what is happening there. CZY Esports taking on the fight there with the players from G9. One of the teammates already is down. Season Reefer is already knocked. The zone is about to close in. Dark Tempers taking on the only ones. CZ players need to find another way of surviving. Esther Ladies taking on the players from Dark Tempers. Where are you? Because Tokyo is down there. Kyra trying to get the revive. The zone is about to close in. It's going to get in the damage. They're on them right now. Players from Dark Tempers, where are they? Because they're the ones taking on the damage on the players from SL. They are taking them down. They're trying to take as many players with them down as they can. The players from CZY Esports closing as well, where we have the ladies from SL. CZ Adolf for waiting for a chance to engage. SG players as well, looking a little bit safe where they are, but then SL ladies have been eliminated by the players from Dark Tempers. It seems like Dark Tempers are really trying to redeem their name here. They're really trying to get the scores up. CZ players getting spotted. Dark Shadow has the visuals. He can see the vehicle moving there. He knows that there's a team right there. CZ players getting exposed. Dark Shadow trying to get as much damage as possible, but the damage is not really there because the spray is not as stable. The players there for more esports eliminated. GG's 9 teams remaining. 5th phase of the zone in less than 20 seconds. We are going into the 6th phase of the zone. CZ player Adolf waiting on the players from Dark Tempers. Let's get the spray there. Spy is quite low. These guys need to start moving. The damage from Adolf is crazy, and it does get the fast knock there. Power goes in again for that push. Has an aid there getting cooked up, but you have to be careful. The players are from CZ have someone from the back. Adolf quite low. A nade is getting cooked up. Power, you might just be getting a Kobe on this guy. He is quite low. Get that nade cooked up well. Dark Tempers taking on the players from CZ. Adolf immediately uses the vehicle there. 1000 IQ, just like we wanted. Dark might just be getting thirsty, and we have Adolf. Unfortunately, you cannot change your seat and engage because this vehicle is not engageable, and Spar does get knocked there. He's quite it seems like Adolf is a patient man because he waited for that chance. Playboy, there are players from only ones making it into the safe zone. ST engaging in a fight. They have a team passing by. Valhalla, what is your strategy? ST is holding the compound. They have one of their teammates already down. That's gonna be Kane. He's down as well. Player from G9 getting closer immediately. That's that knock. I mean, Valhalla, what is happening right now? The players from G9 basically third party this fight, and they're getting these knocks here happening. Dali with the cover spray does get one knock on the players from G9. That's trying to get the task here on Pubg. And now Valhalla with just one person remaining. Dali, the G9 players are right in front of you. What is your strategy? How are you going to be engaging in this fight? Warren there changing his location. Dali, you are quite open. You are going in for that push, but is it gonna be worth it? I think Bushido just started his own teammate icon. Quite unfortunate there, but then we have Pubg being Thasta being taken back slowly. Vorn seems to be low in terms of HP. Sukuna right next to him as well. Now fights are happening concurrently. Teams are getting close to each other. Perfect spray on Dali, but it's gonna be enough. Almost getting the knock there on Sukuna, but then perfect spray from Sukuna, and that knock does register, and it is going to be GG's to you. and good stuff. While they were trying to survive there, honestly, G9 almost lost that fight. You have the SG players are getting on the players from only once. Already one of their teammates is down. Playboy needs to get revived. Only OP immediately goes in for that revive. SG, you need to get closer to get the revive to stop that revive from happening. But is it gonna be possible? Players from G9 are closing as well. We are in the 6th phase of the zone. 10 seconds less. We're going to the 7th phase of the zone. The damage will be impossible. I'm not even gonna lie. Dark Tempers getting eliminated there by Bushido. Still surviving in the game. 4 teams remaining. What is gonna be your strategy now, Bushido? You are just but a solo, and everyone right now has a teammate. G9 has a duo. Von there is still in the game. He has his teammate Sukura. I am about to say Sukuma. SG also in the game. 3 players in their team, and how the players are only having 2 players. That's going to be OP and his teammates Playboy. So I hope they have a strategy right now, because the players from SG have the numbers. They are waiting for people to make a mistake. Playboy does go outside, and Bascott is aware of his position. He can be able to get the knock. Playboy does not spot him. He's still lying there waiting for Playboy to make a mistake. He spotted. Perfect spray from Playboy, but is it going to be enough for you? You need to go in for that push. Fast knock in. Playboy does get the knock there. I don't know, something about Playboy. Ever since I've met him playing PUBG, he's always using an Uzi. Always using an Uzi. And SDC goes in for that push. Perfect drop shot. Playboy says, "Get up, boy." That's not gonna be working for you tonight. And 1 player remains standing from SG. That's gonna be Simba, and he gets elimination there. We can see the people that part in the fight. The boy is basically 0 HP right now. What is happening? Ain't no way. We have just 3 teams remaining. G9 Sukuna just been a solo from his team. He has a player from SG. He needs to focus. He needs to get a way of getting this fight happening. Bushido a solo as well. Snake his way to the safe zone. Will it be possible to survive? Honestly, Sijui. Apple. Honestly, he's gonna be having a hard time there in terms of that fight. But let's see if that's going to be happening. Either he's going to be getting the win or not. But let's see how that happens. SG Sim there does get eliminated by the zone. 3 teams are still remaining. 7 players. What am I saying? 3 players in the game. Each of them is a solo. G9 Sukuna is a solo. SG Simba is a solo. And of course, Bushido is a solo. The only thing that is going to be forcing these guys are now to engage in a fight is going to be none other than the safe zone. They are going to be forced towards each other. They are going to be forced to engage in that fight. Usually in the solo game, most people tend to use the crate as their chance of getting cover while they try to make it to the safe zone. Bushido using the bush to his advantage. They are just trying to make it to the safe zone. Simba as well using a bush. He basically stripped naked just to make sure no one can see. But what he doesn't know, we can see his bunda in the live stream. So probably don't do that, please. You need to have your clothes on while you're playing the game. Kindly, we'd really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. Kindly. But the leg team was eliminated. Migo Zabure. Hamna thick thighs. Hamna thick thighs za kuwasave. Munasafa. You need to do better. You need to do better. Nasikia judeo. Bushido does spot SG Simba. Of course, it's going to go in directly to the safe zone right now, Sukuna. And we're going to be having a classic 1v1 Bushido versus Sukuna. Either we're going to be having a G9 chicken dinner, or we're going to be having a Night Trades chicken dinner. First of its kind. Bushido quite low there. For Sukuna, he has the HP. And S12K for the win any day, as long as you can use it. You can see the excitement on Sukuna's side. And with just G9 gets chicken dinner. A total of 8 eliminations in the bag. Congratulations to you, G9. Finally, a chicken dinner to your name. Second place, you have the players from Night Raids. Get a total of 5 eliminations. Good play from Bushido. Waiting patiently to take on that fight during the last zone. You have third place, SG. 8 eliminations. We have fourth only once. They have 9 eliminations. Why is this one not okay? 5 Dark Tempers. 5 eliminations, 6 YC3, 7 Valhalla 0, 8 CZ, 5 9 L3G 2, 10 War 2, 11 SL0, 12 Night Guardians 1, 13 3F Esports 1, 14 Vicious Bros 1, 15 Assassinators 4, and 16 GT with 0. Going all out for the third game of the night, we have NX Playboy, 5 defeats, a very nice Uzi player. Best companion with the 1 rescue, only OP, and then finisher with the final elimination, G9. Sukuna. Well, that is it for the third game of the night. I mean, we have 4 games, okay? Game 1, YCEE Esports. Game 2, CZY Esports. Game 3, G9 Esports. For Group B, we don't have a chicken dinner back to back this time round. Last time, we had S7 getting a chicken dinner back to back, but then for tonight's games, hakuna mtu akona the win easily. So we're going to be taking on a short break. Of course, as usual, make sure you've liked the live, subscribed if you're yet to, and share the live stream link. And we'll be taking this break, and then we'll be right back for the last game of the night.
Suck me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you. In the blackened eyes, make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
Who alive can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames are whipping up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blown me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn. And I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted. Can't copy, printed. Can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat, I might get convicted. They know how I move, it was predicted. Persistent, spoken into existence, so consistent, no assistance. Hear me once, become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no cap when I be speaking. Listen.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Okay, so we're officially back. Last game of the night, and that's gonna be, of course, Erangel. We have watched game one, Erangel. YCEE Esports get the chicken dinner. Game two, we go to Sanhok, the land of the snakes. But then we have the kings of the jungles, that is CZY. Sorry. Game one, Sanhok, that is where we had the king of the jungles. That was CZY Esports. YCEE Esports, bro. Why is CZ stuck in my head? And then game two, where we went now to Erangel, a very smooth ride. It was quite interesting. And we had, of course, that is where the CZY Esports team got their chicken dinner. Late rotation came in the game, got their chicken dinner, and we enjoyed every part of it because the SL ladies almost had a chicken dinner on that as well. And then when we finished that, we now went to the land of pure dust. And then we had the last final 1v1 between Bushido and the G9 player, Sukuna. I mean, the S12K got the final elimination. They got the final chicken dinner for G9, something they have been rooting for. But for now, let's go inside the game and let's see what's happening because the game is officially live for the last game of the night, and that's going to be none other than Erangel. Let's look at the flight path. Let's see where the flight path is coming from. It is coming from Yasna Poliana all the way to Primorsk. We have some teams that have not joined as full teams. Unfortunately, that will cost them because as soon as you join less, probably you're going to be having a really hard time in terms of catching up in terms of points, getting the eliminations. It's going to be a little bit hard there for you. But you know what? At the end of the day, what matters is that you showed up and you put in your effort and you got the points that you got for your team. So far, so good. A couple of teams have already gone to the usual landing spots. Some of them are yet to leave the plane. Of course, we have people who choose to land a little bit late in the game. They usually take their time. They don't want to really engage too early. They don't want to be losing players or fights too early in the game. So yes, we do have... just a second. We do have some teams that will be losing fights too early and others might not be losing the fights too early in the game as well. So let's see how this is going to be playing out. Why is this thing not working? No way. It needs to work before I use it. Lulu, acha kunifuata. Kuna paka hapa nadhani mkono yangu ni demu yake. Kwani mimi ni demu yako? So of course, if you're here and new to the live stream, I go by the name Mitch Gaming and I'm your caster for the Kenya Pubg Mobile League games. And of course, if you want to be a part of KPL, there is a link that has been posted on the chat, so you can go ahead and join the Discord server of Kenya Pubg Mobile for Pubg Mobile Kenya. You can go ahead and join and you'll be updated on any events in terms of KPL and even more. If you have the information, we'll definitely share it. And of course, we can see the first player. The last player in the game there is actually the first person to get knocked. And it is the G9 player getting a knock on him. That's going to be Probox. And it is the second time they're encountering each other. G9 and GT, they're also encountering each other. GT seems to have lost all their players. So they are the first team to be eliminated. So the G9 players are really having a good time right now. They are getting the eliminations. The players are from Night Raids. They need to get the revive on their teammates. But then unfortunately, they do not have enough loot to engage in this fight. And of course, it's going to be a little bit tricky for them. It's going to cost them in terms of points. But let's see how they're going to be recovering if they don't lose that fight. We have the SL ladies in the game. We have the leg team. They're still in the game. The map and a pool master. And a full stance and do the just trying to make it to the safe zone. But it seems like the G9 players are still taking on the players from Night Raids. Another teammate is down. That's going to be Icon. Unfortunately, the G9 players are not letting these guys slide. They are following them literally everywhere just to make sure they engage in a fight against them and get as many points as possible. So far, Bushido and Icon, they're going to be trying to make the revive happen here. Alligator is waiting. Hey, shit. Nimesema Alligator. Ooh, Alligator and Kong are trying to get the revive. So that's a little bit open, to be honest. G9 Probox can easily get some damage happening there. So let me just give me a second. All right, poleni about that. I had to get something, but I'm back. So we have the SL ladies that taking all the players from only ones. Two of the players are already down. Skylar and Maduman be the last people standing from their team. The only ones are not letting them breathe. They're basically going in for that push. You have Playboy, the Uzi man, has the DPS in his hand, ready to take all the players from SL. Probably is looking to get the thirst happening, but then he needs to be careful because Madwoman is right in front of him, and I mean she has it probably. How he's going to be taking on Mad Woman there. But let's see. We have Mad Woman waiting patiently for Playboy, waiting for him to make a mistake. If he does make a mistake, then yes, the fight will definitely happen there. And someone will be taken back to lobby too early in the game. Just let... Oi! Hi, Playboy. Hata nilikuwa naangalia kando juu nilikuwa na hii paka. Ati napigana na paka. Can you believe it? But so far, SL Skylar waiting patiently there. The nades are coming in. They know she's in the building. She's waiting the S12K. But players the only ones know that if you go in for that push, you're probably going to risk it. And you're going to be easily eliminated depending on how she's holding the ground here. But then you have only OP going in for that push. Skylar holding the same compound. Chase as well coming behind only OP. Another nade is getting cooked back to lobby. L3 Mitch ati umesema thick thighs save lives like na L3G hawana. Tuange ukweli. Hata muliambiwa na Sauti Sol. Hamtaki kusikia. But then we have their YCEE. They have one of the zero is down. They're trying to get the revive. Their YCEE go trying to get the revive. And we can see the SG players already down. 2 players. Ghost and his teammate Bascod are making it to the safe. So they need to start moving real fast. Because if the players of YCEE get the revive, they got the chicken dinner there. When it came to the first game of the night. So probably they're going to be looking to see if they can get another chicken dinner for the last game of the night. And if that means chasing you guys down just to make sure they can hunt you all the way back to lobby, I think they'll do exactly that. But then guys, we're in the last game of the night. Let's get to at least 60 likes if we can. 60, 70. I'll really appreciate it. Then we can see how many likes we can get tomorrow. And then we'll be calling it a week at the end of the week for the Kenya PUBG Mobile League week games. That is week 2, day 1 and day 2. Okay, so I hope you're liking, sharing if you to share, subscribe if you to subscribe as we continue to enjoy this amazing games. G9 taking on a fight. Let's go where we have the players from NG. Boyka is down. I have Boyka's I'm supposed to create a poster with Boyka's image before. I mean, he deserves it, you know. If you have your esports photos and you're okay with me using it in your posters, just let me know. Posters ni mingi, nitawafanyia ile kitu, nitawatengenezea. But so far, looking at the players from NG making their rotations, waiting for that chance. I don't know what NG's strategy is right now, because so far they've been getting a couple of good and bad games at the same time. So I hope they have a strategy to try and survive this last game, to try and get many points as possible for their team, because that will be really helpful in terms of their overall ranking, so that they can move on to the finale. So yeah, it's really yeah, they need it. All I can say is they need it. You need your points up. And I think my Wi-Fi is off. I think my Wi-Fi was acting up because there's something downloading on the PS, but I've sorted that out. Poleni sana. I realized it's unloading and the OBS was 0K, 0, not connected. So, but I'm sorry about that. So let's see what's happening right now. G9 taking on the Vicious Bros. They have gotten a couple of knocks there. G9 already has 8 eliminations with their name. And so far they seem like they want to get a chicken dinner because of how they're playing. They are playing a little bit aggressive. They are making the push. They're on the players. They are getting the eliminations. They are still surviving as a full team. So I hope their plan is to get the elimination points as well as the placement points, because that will really boost their points at the end of the day. This is the last game for Group B. So I hope every team has a strategy, because every kill does count. Their Valhalla Kane does get knocked. So now we have Viking and his teammate Dali waiting there. Jago is quite low there. Not Jago, sorry. His teammate, what's that? The Parota. He was the one getting damaged, but then he's somehow recovered. The vehicle there is getting quite damaged. When they're trying to use it to make it to the safe zone, YC players need to be careful because the players from SG can't see them. They are third part in their fight there as they try to make it to the safe zone. So they need to start moving as fast as possible. So tables are turning for literally every single team right now. People are losing players. We are all in the game. The game has just begun. People have already lost their teammates. So the question is, what is your plan? You understand? You need as many points as possible, and if it means camping it out, then please go ahead and camp, because that is the only way you're gonna be getting your points at the end of the day. Valhalla player there, Viking does go directly to the place from YC. Jago there does get swayed there from the back. He's aware that Viking is finally in the building, and we can see him going in for that push. His teammate as well is in the same building. They are going in for that push. YC players need to be careful. Only Jago and his teammate are here right now. The other teammates are a little bit far out. They're waiting for the chance to get closer. I hope it does work out. The nade does go in. The damage is there, but then it doesn't really get a knock yet. Viking, you need to start moving. YC players are on your necks right now. Jago cooking up a nade might just be the perfect Kobe. The nade is actually getting cooked up pretty well. But is it going to be a Kobe? No, it is not. The players from Valhalla going a little bit lower from the buildings there. They're going a little bit far because they know the damage from the nades will be a little bit tricky here to survive. We have someone third party in the fight. The damage on Dali is quite significant. But then who's third party in this? It's easy. We have a team there, CZY Esports, right behind them. So YC players finally closing in there. We can see Obito finally getting closer to his teammates. We might just be seeing a knock there. L3G losing players one by one. Judas is officially down. That means there's something happening where they are. The leg, Judas is down, and now Dali waiting for that chance. A nade is getting cooked up. Is it going to be a Kobe? Let's go, Dali. The nade is really getting cooked up. It's a very patient nade. It needs to connect. Jago going in closer, trying to get the push happening. DBS in his hand. Let's go. Vikings nade is finally a Kobe, and that does mean it's going to be easy for them to go in for that push, but then they have to be careful. Zero with that DBS. Let's get the P-fire. Doesn't get a knock yet. We have another shotgun in front of him there. We have the S6, but then he decides to use the DP28, and Zero goes in for that push. Misses every single shot here, but he's not giving up yet. He wants to go in for that push. And we have the player from Valhalla going in for that push. Does get knocked out. The DBS, another one comes in. The players from Valhalla, 1-0, does get to eliminate the players from YC. But then, my friend, you cannot relax, because you know what? CZ players have joined the party. Luckily for you guys, Adolf doesn't really know where you guys are. He's just guessing at those nades. And Adolf finally hears the movement and he knows where they are. DBS versus DBS. Adolf versus the YC player who's just going to wipe on a team with the DBS. Fast knock in from Adolf. And it is going to be a Tharsis teammate giving the cover fire from above. CZ, Mwarabu, perfect team spray cover. He is helping his teammates any way he can manage to do so. Now YC Jago going in for that push. FP with the DBS. Misses a couple of shots there. The spray for battles from the back. Does get the damage, and Jago does get eliminated. CZY Esports. Perfect strategy. Keep them as occupied as possible. Third party the fight and eliminate them. Easy peasy. Zone is about to close in again. 9 teams remaining. The damage will be there, of course, for the teams that have not made it to the safe zone. They need to start moving as early as now, because the damage will start becoming a little bit high, and it will affect the teams. Just question is, will your team survive this? So let's see how this is going to be played out, how the teams are going to be taking on the fights, and we will know which team is going to win this game. All right, sorry about that. So only one players are now engaged in a fight. G9 taking on the players from L3G. They're eliminating them one by one. Let's see what's going to be their plan here. G9 players are smoking out the place there. L3G losing a couple of players to their name. And honestly, for L3G, I don't know what their plan is, but so far so good. They're having a really hard time. They're trying to get as many points as possible, but then it's not really going according to plan. They're losing a couple of players one by one every single time they engage in a fight. So that, of course, will actually affect them at the end of the day. So let's see what Dark Tempers is up to right now and what they want to do. So looking at what is happening right now, the zone is getting smaller. Primus is getting to be the safe zone, the place where you need to be. But is it gonna be enough? Is it gonna be a way for you to get the chicken dinner, or is it going to be just a waste of energy staying in there in those compounds waiting for someone to come and chase you from that building? YCEE Esports going in for that push again. We have them going directly. They are only chasing the molly. He waited for them to get closer. If it was a grenade, then probably that would have worked. But then a molly, it is going to burn out. But for Bile here, trying to get a Kobe on the side while he gets cooked up. And the player there from only one's Chaser going in for that push. Bile is quite low. Chaser getting another what? Chaser is panicking right now, to be honest. He's a little bit panicked there. He can hear the footsteps right beneath him. All he doesn't know is how is he going to be able to engage in this fight without losing, because it is the last game. This is where our points matter. This is how we need to survive. Fast knock in. The players from War getting closer again. Chaser might just be able to get another knock, but then unfortunately, YCEE Esports get that knock, and now the teammates not even War. So what am I saying? G9. Third part in the fight there, we can see Vaughn and Probox right behind there. They're probably waiting for their chance. I don't think only ones will be able to get the revive happening here. They have no working vehicle. All the vehicles are damaged. The buggy is lacking in terms of wheels. The other two vehicles are basically touched. So I don't know how they're going to be moving, but they need to start. YCEE Esports are still dominating. CZY Esports taking on the players from G9. The teammate Adolf is down. Urife as well is down. And now that leaves CZY Morabu and his teammate Porter. And you have CZY Morabu going in for that push. G9 players passing by vehicles, trying to get the Thursday with the vehicles. And of course it does work because it is a means of transport that does actually work if the zone is quite damaging. For CZY Morabu, he needs to start moving as much as he can, because this zone is not going to be showing him any mercy. Hoping that this vehicle has some fuel, then he will be making it to the safe zone with his teammate Porter. G9 making it to the buildings. Lakini watu wamejifinya. CZY have got 6 eliminations from that fight that they just encountered. They survived it. The DBS made sense to them and they actually survived that. So GG's to them. The zone has gotten a little bit smaller, moving people towards the only one's team. That's quite interesting, seeing that they were the ones who were already disadvantaged. They had no vehicles. They had to start finding a way of going towards the safe zone. But then now the zone decides, okay, since you guys have nothing, let's just be a little bit gentle with you guys, and we're going to be giving you the safe zone. And they stay exactly there. If you're two. So we have 5 teams remaining. We are in the 5th phase of the zone, 22nd in, and we are going to go to the 6th phase of the zone. The damage will be high, of course. Teams will start losing players either to the zone or to people gatekeeping them in the safe zone, waiting for them to come from the blue zone towards them. CZ players trying to make the rotation there. They can feel the space there. CZ Morabu is down. G9 making it so hard for CZ to make it to the safe zone. CZ Morabu will not be able to move there at all. G9 players getting the damage. The smokes are in for his teammate, but I hope those smokes are going to be enough, because you need to go there, get the revive, and still get smokes to make it towards the safe zone. So 5 teams remaining. CZ might just be losing this game to the zone right now. CZ Sport are going directly to get the revive, but then G9 players are saying, nope, not today, my friend. We are not letting you get towards the safe zone. SG players, they also are looking to stay in the same building. It is in the safe zone. The players are only ones holding the same bridge. They're waiting for their chance. Dark Tempers Actually, in the game, they have actually been quite quiet, and now they have the numbers and they can easily engage in any fight without feeling the pressure. G9 Probox being the last person remaining from his team, trying to make it to the safe zone, taking his time just to heal up and make sure he makes it to the safe zone easily without getting sprayed down by the players from Dark Tempers. 4 teams are remaining. It is the last game. We are in the last zone of the game. We are seeing the last fights as they happen. We'll know the last team take on the chicken dinner for tonight's game. Yeah, are you down there? Wongo. Dark Spot does get knocked there. G9 Probox just for a solo. Gets his first knock there on Dark Shadow. Almost getting a thirst. You can see how low he is. And he's still going in for that push, getting those grenades up. He needs all the utilities he can get. He needs the nades, he needs the mollies, he needs the smoke to make it to the safe zone. Trying to cook up a Kobe. Might just be one on Dark Devil. Is he going to be working? Does go in, and we have a Kobe there. Probox might just be getting another knock there. He is quite composed. He's waiting for the chance to go in for that push. Switches immediately to the FPP, and we know as soon as a player goes to the FPP, they can do what they gotta do. Dark Tempers, they had the numbers. As the game progresses, they are losing the numbers. Some of them are going to only ones, others are going to G9 Probox with just one person remaining from Dark Tempers. Nova, he must be forced to engage in a fight against a player there. That's going to be G9 Probox. The zone is closing on him right now. He needs to start moving. Dark Nova waiting patiently for Probox right now. Nova has been spotted, and we almost had a knock there from Probox. But then luckily for him there, Dark Tempers player Nova was able to move just in the last minute, and he survived that spray. Probox seems to be a very lethal player from the G9 team, but is he going to be able to get a chicken dinner for his team? Let's watch and see. We are in the last fights, and the game is getting a little bit interesting because now people waited till this time to engage in a fight. SG. Second. I hope I it a lot of jinga. Okay, so we have the player there from SG. They need to start moving towards the safe zone. Only ones are players are still in the game, holding the ridge there just by the water. For the players from Dark Temper, that is Nova. He's just but a solo. We have another solo there. It's going to be the player from G9, that is a Probonje. And he's still waiting for a chance to dominate this game. He seems to be a very composed player. He has the patience of the fight, but is it going to be enough for him to be able to get a chicken dinner for his team? Let's see how it plays out. Probably he's going to be getting a chicken dinner. Probably he's not going to be getting a chicken dinner. Honestly, I am not sure. But let's see how this is going to play out. Probox does go now. He has the zone. It's getting the damage on him. What he doesn't know, the Dark Tempers player Nova is no longer waiting for him. He's focusing on other things, and that is making it to the safe zone. So you can now move to the safe zone, Probox. But he seems a little bit hesitant. He is not aware of where everyone else is, and he is unable to move. The zone does take him, and unfortunately, GG is one of the best players in the last game. Only ones get one knock there on the player from SG. Only 2 teams remaining, and of course it's going to be an easy winner chicken dinner for the players of Only Ones. They had the position, they had the number, and easily for them they got the chicken dinner. Patience finally paid off for all the 3 teams that made it to the last zone. Actually 4 teams including G9. So big up to you guys who have the Only Ones getting a chicken dinner and dealing a total of 10 eliminations. Congratulations to you, the Only Ones, finally getting a chicken dinner. Second we have SG with 4. Third we have Dark Tempers 4. 4 we have G9. Ngoja tuhesabu. How many kills does G9 have? 19? No way. G9 19 eliminations. 5 you have CZY Esports getting 6 eliminations. 6 you have YCEE Esports 0. 7 you have Assasinators 0. 8 L3G 1. 9 Night Guardians 1. 10 YCEE 5. 11 Night Raid 0. 12 Valhalla 0. 13 3F 0. 14 VB 0, 15 SL 0, and then 16 you have GT with 0. Going a lot for this last game, you have G9 Probonje, 9 defeats. Best companion with 1 rescue, we have YC Jago, and then finisher with the final elimination. We have none other than we have none other than the only one player, the Only Ones player, only OP. So I think that's going to be the end of tonight's games. I don't know why my is not switching. Why is it not switching? All right, switched. Okay, so we have finally come to the close of tonight's game. That was Lobby B, where we had a couple of interesting games. 4 different teams have gotten the winner chicken dinner. We have not seen any team getting a constant chicken dinner, but that is totally allowed. It totally happens in leagues. But for now, guys, I believe you have enjoyed the games. Big up to YCEE Esports G9. G9, oh, I thought it was 2 wins. G9, and the only ones for getting the chicken dinner in all the 4 games for tonight. So we'll be going to sleep right now. A big thank you to everyone who's liked, shared, and subscribed. Thank you so much. You guys have yourselves a lovely night, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for Lobby A games. Bye.